Hello, this is General Clausewitz here with some more Wargame Red Dragon. We're playing a 2v2 on the 1v1 non-naval version of Straight to the Point. Looks like my teammate Dead Moroz has marked Elena, so that makes it quite clear where I'm going here. We have a lot of points, so let's kind of see what happens. We are playing Destruction, it looks like. So let's carefully think about how I want to play this. Let me make sure I get recon up on my flank very quickly here, in case they do some sort of shenanigans, and I will buy a 24V just to prevent the shenanigans from happening. In terms of stuff in the middle, I already have my T80UM. I can actually buy all 4 T64 PVs. This is way too many points. As well as a lot of man pads. Let's get some BMP3s just for the ATGMs, if nothing else. His CV is going there very well. I'm going to also get some VDV to come across the river there and kind of annoy him. I can accompany them with some man pads. In terms of actual AA, we're going to do 2 bucks. A Tunguska. I have a load of man pads, so I don't think I'll need any more of that. And then I'm just going to get as much Spetsnaz GRU as I can. And I have no idea what I just did there. Maybe if I double click. No. I've never seen that before. I have 30 points left here. Zalo, not really worth it. I'll save and get stuff later. Perhaps some commands would be beneficial. Maybe I don't need as many BMP3s as I have. If I just delete one T64, I can get a command. So let's do that. And I'll send a command up to Anna. And with that, I think we are ready to go. So I'm going to press launch battle. Let's go. In case it wasn't clear, I forget whether I mentioned this earlier. I am playing with a Soviet deck. So let's see what happens. My partner here is also playing a generalized Soviet deck. I remember that. What does he have here? He has BMD3s, probably with VDV inside. Scratch Jets with probably Conquerors M's, Manpads, the Igla teams. Both have FOBs. I like these K-29Bs because they're autonomy, so when you're sneaking recon infantry around, it can make it, and then the helicopter can come back, which I find to be helpful. I didn't like that FOB position. There we are. I do like the Soviet deck a lot. It's only missing a infantry command in a helicopter, which I like to put in my deck for that kind of tactical flexibility that it can provide. But well, let's see where we go from here. So we have 10 seconds. I'm just going to get everything up here. Probably put my bucks around here. I find that to be the best way to approach this. And the game is now starting. So here we are. Get those bucks off, move those up, and then get these guys that are coming over here. And I'm actually going to do a little amphibious move over there as opposed to going over the bridge, because the bridge tends to be in range of tanks and that sort of thing. Spreading out my recon choppers. And then this 24V. Okay, so everything is kind of moving now. I'm going to want to get my recon infantry up here, and what a good investment is actually 2 Conquerors teams for right in here. 35 points, 40 points, wow, expensive. Well, I guess the infantry is 25. The transport is 10 because I get those BTRs. Looks like frogs and pumas. We don't have very much income, do we? I guess that will be rectified when we capture some more zones. I thought I ordered these to split up. You're going to go all the way over there. Okay, don't know what this is all about. But I guess as is the way of the world. I'm seeing no opposition, so let me see how far up, I can get my recon infantry before they get taken out. I don't usually like my tanks over here, but I guess everything was kind of jumbled. Unload the BMP3s. I would like some recon. There they are. And let's get this Motostrelki. Well, looks like we can just keep moving the BMP3s up. I'm encountering no opposition, which is a little bit strange. Let's put one BV on over here. And just get spreading out. Don't really know what they're doing, to be perfectly honest. I will buy a Fedor command, because I can. I'm going to push the Bucks up. Okay, this is kind of strange. Usually we would have encountered a fair bit of opposition by this point in time. Should have a Tunguska up here. Yeah, which I will push. All my stuff took this bridge, which I doesn't usually take. I usually send it over here. I guess I sent it up a bit too far and then didn't re-micro at all. Okay, this warrior is engaging my Motostrelki. He's only done 1 damage as of yet. I'm gonna unload all this infantry and then get moving up here. The BMP3 is engaging the warrior. It did kill the warrior, but I'm engaged with some recon infantry over here. It'd be a shame if I lose my Motostrelki, but the BMP3 is engaging, so that should be the end of that. This autocannon does have AG power. I do not know why the BMP3 does not fire the autocannon along with its main gun. Okay, so we got that kill. We're going to keep the Motostrelki moving here. They do have 2 Lynx 3s, which is minorly worrying. I'm going to sneak my Tunguska up here. Did lose a BMP3 there. That was unfortunate. But I want to get into range of these Lynx 3s and let my Tunguska have some fun. So don't really know why I'm encountering no opposition here. Just going to kind of keep pushing because I can, basically. Let's call up some more Motostrelki to push up the left here. And I'm assuming that's more infantry. Wow. I'm encountering a lot of infantry, so let me pull up a BMPT. We got SAS. Should get the ADATs, yeah. Well, that was just a bomber that came in that I didn't even see, because I was not paying attention very closely. Don't know what that's firing at. We have a Tornado GR1 coming in. Let's stop those Bucks and turn them on. And then there's a Hornet. I should be able to take out that Tornado GR1. Yep, got the Tornado GR1. Here comes the Hornet. And I should be able to get that too, with those 2 Buck missiles, yep. Fortunately, that did do a fair bit of damage. I did get my T-80UM. That's not very good. I should have been watching that a whole lot more closely, especially considering that's a pretty, heavy tank. But I'm encountering very, very little opposition, which is just flat out weird. I'm going to keep ordering general advances on all of my units. That is an F111C, so let's make sure that we shoot that down, because that's going to be a fair load of points. I feel like we should be winning by a lot more than we are. I guess I lost that T-80UM, which I shouldn't really have lost. We did shoot down that F111C. There must be some sort of long-range interceptor. Yeah, a MiG-31 that was able to get that kill. My BTR-80As are coming up here. Well, I'm going to keep pushing because there's no opposition. Got Fusiliers, SAS. Hopefully my BV will be able to defeat the SAS. Yes, it looks to be doing okay. That's doing fine. My GRU is damaged, though. And those Fusiliers did take out my T-64. That's very annoying. So I'm going to need to call up some more tanks and stuff, such. I'm just going to call up standard T-80s to get the job done here. Of course, my Tunguska is out of... Ooh, lots of stuff here. My Tunguska was out of its Zaklos missiles, so I had to revert to using the gun, which can be seeded, which is why I wanted to be careful with it. I'm going to get these man pads moving and such. Seems to be calling up more Chinooks and such. Transport helicopters. I guess if I call my Mi-24V from the right over, that will be a good way to go. I don't know why my Mi-2s are doing very weird stuff today. I do not know what this plane is. It is an F111C. I will probably shoot that down. My man-pads, maybe? No, my man-pads do not get it. Well, that's discouraging. I'm going to call my BMPT over to deal with that SAS. Now, BMP-3s are amphibious, which I always found to be the most crazy thing in the world, because they're basically light tanks. My BMPT should be able to wreck those SAS, and I'm just going to keep calling up... I can actually call up some more BMP-3s, and I will need to buy supply at some point here. I should have a tank lift. Are all of my tanks dead? Wow. All of my tanks are dead. So, somehow, the score is much closer than the position on the field merits. They should come into heat rocket range in a second, and that's going to be a good game for them. Of course, my BMP-3 is out of its Arcan missiles, but it should be able to use the autocannon and still kill those warriors, and the Conquerors will come to its assistance. And my 24V is being engaged by something. I have enough supply to get that points to get that MI6. So I'm going to do that. Keep pushing. I don't know why my ally has kind of been stopped. There's nothing there's nothing really major here that's putting up a fight, really. My T-80 should be almost here. Yeah, once my T-80s are here. That looks like a heavier tank. A Challenger of some sort? Can't really identify it. Let's get the Motostrelki unloaded, move up to this town. And then my first priority here is going to be finding a command. And then I can call up my own command and move forward from there. There go the warriors. The BTR-88 should now retarget to that infantry. There is the BMPT. Let's get another Tunguska up here for the AA, although I will move my Iglis up to follow the assault. That is an F-11C that I completely missed. Didn't turn on my AA or anything. And it certainly seems that he is just going to hole up in his command. And here, okay, it's a lot of F-11Cs. I don't know why he's using F-11Cs against tanks. Then again, I shouldn't really be using tanks in this way. And that is a Challenger 2. Okay. So that is a tank to be contended with. I would like some more missiles there. Let's call up some recon so that I can get sight on that Challenger 2. and then call it a plane for it, I think is going to be my best alternative at this moment. Should be able to shoot down that Chinook. Maybe not shoot down, but kill. Yeah. I will now move my BMPT up to support my Motostrelki assault into this town area. It seems to be what would be most helpful. A lot of Chieftain Marksmen, so let's stop my BMP-3. And it was taken out by that Challenger 2, but I think still well worth the investment. I have been losing a lot of stuff with very little return here in terms of position, even though we are all the way up here. It feels like we should be a lot farther because of kind of the oddities of this game. Do now have more BMP-3s with more Fusiliers. Much needed. I will call up a command for a center because by the time that gets up here, we should have cleared this forest and cleared this general area. I predict the F111C will be coming in. He seems to be relying on that. We should have some Arcan missiles away on the Warrior 90s. No? Okay. I would like somebody to target the Warrior 90, considering it is there. There is the Arcan missile for it. Yep. And that'll get it. Just a lot of Fusiliers here. Gonna keep advancing, and that is a plane. That is an F111C. I put money on it. Yep. And there's a Tornado GR1 behind it. I will, however, shoot down that F111C now. I do have Bucks and a lot of man-pads, and that should be the end of it. But the ECM finally got it. I'm going to keep the Motostrelki moving up in the forest here. And I will call out some more BMPTs, since I seem to be engaged in a lot of kind of forest fighting-esque stuff over here. There is still that Challenger 2 that's walking around somewhere. So I will have to work on that. Let's not lose that Tunguska kind of carelessly. Let's even turn off the... there's another F11C. Turn on the Bucks. So he shouldn't have any more F11Cs. I don't know what kind of damage he'll do. He got one BMP-3, which is annoying. It's not necessarily a game-changing directive. Are there any more command zones that we can conquer? No, there are not. It seems like AA is a weak point over here. I will just redirect this Tunguska, and I'm going to turn on its gun, assuming it does not get taken out by that artillery. Seems like I moved it just in time there. Those Lynx 3s, sorry, those Lynx AH1s need to die. No, not the Lynx 3, the attack chopper. These are merely... yes, there we are. Well, now the Tunguska is in range, and we'll get those helicopters in short order. And we are still up by a lot. I'm not really worried about not winning this game. It's just a matter of time, considering we are all the way up in here. We do need to find this command. I would like to find another F11C. This must now be the other players. They both have F11Cs in their deck. I suppose if you're playing a Commonwealth or the, Anzac, that's a proper choice. I will move my Bucks up since it was not able to shoot down that plane. And he just has a lot of... what would be really great if I got a counter cap in here so that they could not call in any more... really anything. I don't know whether I want to call up infantry or wait until I have this point captured, so that when I call up the infantry, they will be spawned in over here. That then presupposes that I'm able to find the command. These Motostrelki are going to go on a bit of a hunt around the edge here, trying to find it. These Motostrelki should take out the Warrior 90s instead of taking out that infantry. Spetsnaz GRU will engage with the Dragunov sniper rifle. And there is the counter cap. Oh, and now we have the... Oh, well, So if I had been a little bit quicker there, we could have had infantry spawning in the rear here. This is a lot of infantry. And that's actually worth an SU-24M. I'm kind of saving my points right now so that when we do have this point captured, we'll be able to call in stuff. And that is a Challenger 2. That's worth a MiG-27. So I'll get that out. I want to be mindful of where... Oh, I meant to turn that on, not off, but I got it anyway. I don't know what that's attacking. Is that the cluster bomb? Yeah, unfortunately, BMP-3s have armor. Well, it looks like the later cluster bombs were able to get it. I don't think the BMP top armor is actually very good. So perhaps that's what happened there. That MiG-27 did not do necessarily what I wanted it to do. But that is all right. I'm going to use these BMP-3s and walk through this forest. I would really like to find that command. I don't quite know where it would be. It's probably in the back somewhere. Usually players will place their command actually in these buildings. But I suppose this game has taught me to not look for the expected, but to rather look for the unexpected, because this has been a truly strange game. I'm going to keep the BMPTs moving up. My ally's Tunguska here is going to come under fire from some sort of infantry unit, which is not a good position for it to be in. And he finally seems to be making some ground. We have, guess what, another F111C coming in. No, but my Bucks are still not in the best position, so maybe if I move them up there, that will be better. I'm going to keep the BMPTs rolling up. Sometimes there's commands that are put over here simply because of the speed of getting there. So I suppose I can do that. And in a moment here, I'm going to have to call up stuff anyway, simply because I don't have enough of it. I wonder if those Chieftain Marksmen are on. I wonder if that's worth a MiG-25. Well, let's find out. I have the points, I may as well. We do have Spetsnaz GRU in their rear. Let's just give a little reminder here. My ally to keep those moving. Ah, and we finally got the command, so now I'm going to call in VDV for the rear, along with a Tunguska. Well, how's my MiG-25 doing? It looks like it got radar missiles away. He calls in, holy macaroni! That is a lot of planes. I don't think my MiG-25 took a hit. It must have taken a man-pad hit or something. Okay, I don't know how my Bucks were firing when they were off. But I would love to get... Yeah, so we got a lot of kills there on their planes. I'm going to call up some 65-point tanks. Just because I can. Looks like this is supply trucks. I'm just going to bomb that. The bomber will get there. And that is what I want to take out. Right here. So let's actually redirect this SU-24M. Come over here. And then it's going to make a turn. And yep, it's going to come in right there for that command. I don't think my ally has any artillery here that would provide any sort of problem. Oh, it looks like he was able to take it out, which is unfortunate. And that right there is a Challenger 2, which is a heavy thing. Let's call it a plane for it. I'm going to fly over their AA. I don't think it's going to be that big of a problem. Let's get this VDV up on its flanks because it does have these Vampire rockets that are really, really good. I should be able to actually kill this. I can call off the MiG-27. I'm almost positive I'll get this Challenger 2. Well, it's now backing up. So I'll keep it... Well, lost sight on it. That was kind of an unfortunate turn of events. Just as my MiG-27 arrived, I lost sight on it and was unable to kill it in that way. If I just keep these Vampire rockets coming at it, I should be able to kill it. It's just a matter of time, really. And then I'm going to move up my T-80s. I'm assuming that I'm going to... Okay, one more rocket. One more good rocket hit. And that will be a goner. It is a goner. I can keep the reinforcements coming in here. Let's call up a BU, because he seems to be countering me with Challies. Yeah, let's get that AS-90, which I seem to have missed 4 times here. But that is the game. Somebody got a command there at the end. I lost many, many more units than I would have liked to have lost there. I lost those tanks early on. I don't know to what. Let's look at that. BMP3, BMP3, T-64s. I lost to SAS and Fusiliers, so I got them much too close. And then the UM, I lost to a bomber, a cluster bomber, I'm pretty sure. Let me find it. T-80, T-80, Magistralki, MiG-27, no? Well, I definitely lost it. No, I'm not seeing it. It was before I called it a normal T-80s. So it must be... I couldn't have, like, killed it myself, no. So I don't know where that was. Well, regardless, thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time.